What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bies. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps. This is part two. Part two of a Lovewinx Bootcamp leadership roundtable discussion that the president of the company did last year, I think. So I think this was March of 2021, I believe. Yes, it's an older video. Very important that you go and watch part one before you come back here. So make sure you know. Anyways, let's just get into this video because it's going to be a long one. I'm going to pick up exactly where we were on the last video. Drop your commentary below. Do all the YouTube-y things. All right, let's go.
What you preach. Okay. Yes, Karen. So great suggestions. Thank you, Karen. Lori, do you have some ideas you want to share? Allison?
Well, I do. And I also want to let you know that I did manage to get in the hot tub with a couple of pieces of chocolate.
Did y'all get jump scared just now? Because I did.
A couple of times since we talked.
Good. Lori was one of them that sent me her schedule. And I was like, girl, you need more time for you. Okay, what's your thought?
So this is something that I have actually been rolling around in my head for literally years and have not found a good way to implement it. And maybe I just need somebody to work on it with me. I want to do some sort of a scavenger hunt. And I'm not talking about go to the website scavenger hunt. I'm talking about, all right, here's your first clue. And when they show up there, I give them a swag bag with a catalog and some coupons and give them the clue to the next place. And it's something that they could do like individually, or they could do it as a group. And of course, after the weather breaks and after the restrictions go away a little bit. But I think it would just be something fun. That's what people are looking for, something fun.
Yeah. I mean, you could still do a scavenger hunt, but do it like virtual. I don't know how that would look, but that would definitely be something for you guys to chew on and think about and bring it to your team and just be like, hey, here's another idea. Like, let's think about this. It's amazing what happens when people get together and actually are like-minded and they brainstorm. Like, it is unreal what you can come up with. Cynthia, did you want to tag on to that?
Yeah, I mean, what you can do that's a really good idea. And so it could be virtual, but it could also be in person, because you give your clue and you have them take a selfie and send it to you at the location or at the spot. And then you're like, okay, I have your swag bag. Or your gift, I'm dropping XYZ in the mail to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you can include like a handwritten note with it.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
a good idea. Super fun. Acadia, do you have something you want to take onto this?
Well, yeah, for anyone local, my sister used to do it all the time. Like
I don't know why the sound is doing that. It's not on my end. Has something to do with the recorded Zoom. Not sure. Hope your ears are okay, especially if you're listening to this with headphones. Yikes.
little sister, it's kind of like a kid's game, but it was like a geo mapping thing. So like you actually would go out and hide things and then get your clients to go find them. But yeah, that was the end of my thought. I just thought that was fun.
No, that's actually a good idea, because first off, love the sweatshirt. That is awesome. I need that in my life.
I made it.
That's pretty awesome. I wear a size medium.
Well, I need your address and I'll send you one.
But I like that idea because, listen, people, you can still leave your home. You can drive around. You know, I've seen Cindy and Mike, they go out on drives together. You know, like, I'm well aware that you guys are doing that. And maybe you hide like 3 different things within a certain mile radius of where they live. I don't know, like, it's definitely something to kind of play around with and just like see something fun. Hannah, you're like, I have an idea. What's your idea, Hannah?
Yes.
It's actually, we did the scavenger hunt for the Christmas party, right? You could do something like finding the household items and stuff like that we did.
Yes, like, okay, so how fun would that be during your party, right? To do a scavenger hunt during your party. Just like Hannah said, for our Christmas or our holiday party, we had to like run, and I literally broke a picture frame because I'm so competitive. And like, you could incorporate that into your party to bring the fun in. You know, maybe you know 3 of the 5 people and they've been to parties before. You've sent them products, or you send them all a catalog, and the first thing is Lovewinx catalog, then it's a spa product and they have to go and get it. And then you can also incorporate like a kitchen spoon, or just like fun things, maybe 5 different things. That would be fun to do as like an icebreaker, I think.
Yes.
Harrington, what you got?
Yay. I am just like, yeah, I love this so much, because I was just thinking about how Karen brought up the events, and Hannah, and like, we're all talking about the scavenger hunt. Well, I just did one last week where it was a mystery host party, where it was basically like anybody, invite everybody into it. Like, just, there's no host. It's a mystery host party, but it could be so fun to do that as a scavenger hunt thing. And the thing that I changed, I didn't put anything in my party. All I put was, it was the mystery to living your best life. And what it was going to, you know, like, and it's just like different things you can do to live your best life, but featuring our products. So like taking like a nice bath, and this is what you use. But you could do something with the scavenger hunt that way so easily, and making an event and just blast it out and get people like knowing that, hey, you can win great prizes coming to the scavenger hunt.
And guess whose pocket those prizes come out of? The distributor. The distributor. Yeah.
Like changing the event into an event so that it's like everybody's invited, rather than making it just for, you know, a party. Like, that'd be
So fun. So fun.
So, oh my gosh.
Thank you
See
so
why
much,
we do
ladies.
round table discussions. See what happens when Lori had an idea, and then she's like, but I just don't know like how to implement it. And now boom, boom, all of you guys are like, okay, wait, Araceli, I see you going.
And it only took 1 hour and 6 minutes. That's how deep into this video we are. And it's a 139-minute video.
What can I do with this? Okay.
Yes,
Jen,
thank
what
you
you
so
got?
much, everybody. Thank
Oh,
you so much. This is
yeah.
literally, I've been thinking about it for years.
Oh my gosh. You know what? We can like continue this whole idea too on the think tank. If you guys think of other ideas, because this is an idea that could bring like more people to your parties as well. If they know, like, even so many women are like, I'm not competitive. Yes, we are. We are very competitive. And if they know they're going to win something, like people want to be a part of that. Jen, did you have something you want to take onto this?
I really feel like people in leadership, I guess, roles, or people at the top of, I don't even want to say leadership roles, people at the top of the companies, these MLM companies. Oh, I have to sneeze. And like CEOs and all of those types of people. I really feel like they have learned how to weaponize competition. And I don't think all competition is healthy at all. And when you have this kind of melting pot of people in the same company that are trying to market the same way, and then they're getting together on this roundtable discussion, as she's referring to it, and they're sharing ideas, and everybody starts to implement it. And now I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. That this probably was rolled out to the entire company, which floods the market with all of the same things. And it's designed, in my opinion, to weaponize competition. I think it's gross.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
all of my February parties had something to do with Cupid. So I don't personally name my parties as party events any longer, but I will share, I did do a party style, a party before, and I actually got the idea off of Carissa with one of her lives with Battleship. So my party was a Battleship game, and whoever sunk the ships, I had 3 top prizes throughout the board. And if they picked that prize, regardless if the ship was sunk or not, they basically released a discount off of that item for the entire party. And then whoever actually sank the ship basically received like 10% off their entire rewards as if they were my host. But it was
All of that comes out of the distributor's pocket.
a Battleship game.
Did you have like?
Yeah. I don't know where it is now, but I had a Bristol board like this size, and I just literally had it posted like right behind me. I had it laying up like this, and I just pulled the numbers as if it was bingo, but it was Battleship, and they had their own numbers. Like, I just posted the board. I got it from Carissa. It was literally on a whim, let me try this, and it was fun, but it was different. It was an actual party. Everything that was underneath my numbers were products. So I would pull off the number and I'd be like, oh, Revive. Okay. So, and I start talking about Revive, you know, or the next one. Yeah.
So when they told you their number, you had a product behind that, and then that's how you like demoed it?
Yeah, I had like, so I don't know where my board is right now. I don't have it accessible right now, but it was this size, and I had stickies, like Post-it notes. So the Post-it notes were all across. And so underneath the Post-it notes, I had a product written. So when I pulled the number, I would show, oh, that product, and then I would talk that product. But we were playing Battleship at the same time I was doing the live party.
That's fun. Can you post that? Like a picture of it?
Sure.
Carissa, do you have one too? Like a board that you use? How do you do yours?
I had it on a board. It was actually on a whiteboard, and I had Post-its A through E, and then 1 through 5, like it is on Battleship. And then underneath the Post-its, it was actually letters, because I did it on a live, and they unscrambled it.
Yeah.
And whoever unscrambled it got a prize.
Yeah. So I took her idea and turned it into like a party game, like a game. Yeah.
Yeah. That is awesome. Do you guys want to post like pictures of your board and stuff just on the think tank, and then leaders can take that and bring it to the table with their teams to share it?
If you guys know what the think tank is, I would love for you to comment that below. Just curious. I'm thinking it has something to do with like hitting a certain rank in the company, them considering these people at this rank a leader, where they share all different ideas. That's what I'm thinking it is, but let me know if you guys know what that is.
Sure. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, a couple more. Diane Wilson, do you have something you want to add to this, Diane?
Thanks, Jamie. So nice to finally get on and talk to you. So just on the kind of like what Jen was talking about, I developed my own bingo through ideas that were going around before COVID hit, and I do this one for at home. So I went online and printed off the free bingo cards, and I would do it in my home and invite, like the cards would be $5 a piece. And it's all Lovewinx products printed on there. They're all random. I think you can print like 35. And then I made this board. I got to back up a little bit, but so it's my Lovewinx bingo, and it has Velcro on there.
Oh, Velcro.
And I play a progressive bingo. So the first person to get one line is the first winner. And then 2 lines is another winner. That so they continue playing on the same cards. It's progressive. Then 3 lines, and then a full card, which is like a grand prize. So the first 3 are a little bit smaller prizes, but the full card is a full one. And these are the little, as I draw them out of this bag that I have, these are all products. So they get
Someone's
on
not
the board,
muted.
so you know which ones have been called. And about every 5th one that I pull out, I have my demo kit handy and I do a quick little demo of that product.
The length that these people go to try to sell these products, everything that she is putting together. I know this seems to be the theme of this video, especially in part 1, where I'm like, hey, everything that they're talking about as far as solutions is coming out of the distributor's pocket. So, and the reason that I'm saying that is because when you look at their income disclosure statement and the lack of money that these people are making, and now they're doing all of this extra stuff, whether it's mailing catalogs or mailing invitations, and their top rep in this company said that she coaches her people to mail 40 or to send 40 to 60 invites out. So does that mean that like, just think about all of this in a profit and loss type thing? If you're already not making a ton of money and then you have these hidden expenses, whether it's prizes, you know, giveaways, discounts, any of those things at parties, all of like that's got to come from somewhere. And they're in, you can't tell me that the majority of this company are not in the red when it comes to like a profit and loss statement. So if you are in Lovewinx and this video is upsetting you, first of all, I understand. When I first found anti-MLM content, I was upset too. And your feelings are valid. What I want to challenge you guys to do is to do a profit and loss statement, because this company, like many others, in my opinion, is really good at hiding these little expenses that you don't think about at the time. Because, all right, I'm placing this order. Well, wait, now I got to mail all these back orders. If you can even get in touch with the company about the back orders. I've heard some pretty horrible stories about that. Not stating that as fact, it's just been alleged to me. And all of these things come out of the distributor's pocket. But they're very, very good, in my opinion, about hiding these hidden expenses. Oh, just do a sale. Just give them, you know, part of your buying discount. Well, by the time you do that, if they buy a $100 product, let's just throw that out there, you're at a 35% buying discount. You now have made $65 on paper. There's tax, there's shipping to you, and then you ship to the customer. So all of those are hidden expenses, let alone the packaging. And if you have to include any padding or how much it weighs or how you choose to ship it, do a profit and loss statement. And if you're upset about this video, your feelings are valid. Do a profit and loss statement.
So I don't demo everything, but to keep it moving, about every 5th one, I demo the product. And it worked really, really good. And in lieu of little pens and stuff for everybody, at the dollar store, I found these little cute little ink stampers. So each guest would get an ink stamper to stamp their bingo card.
Fun.
Anyways, it works really, really well. And I can do it virtually too. Like I've done a dong bingo. I have a board for that too. But it's really fun. And then these just stick right on so they can see what products were already called and they check them off their card. And as you go along, they get the bingo.
That is awesome. I love that. Can you post
really
those
liked
pictures? Yeah, can you post those? Can you take pictures of that, Diane, and post it on the think tank?
I will. Sure.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Michelle, did you have an idea you wanted to share? Listen to all these ideas we're coming up with. I love it. I just have Michelle and guest. Like, I don't know your last name. Sorry.
I guess that's me.
Oh, okay. Yes.
But I'm just this is my very first time. I'm just new.
Yay, Michelle. What's your?
Well,
what's
I've been
your
on
last
for a couple
name?
months.
Michelle, what's your last name?
Hansted.
Oh,
Hansted.
yes, I know your name. Yes, yes, yes. I've heard good things about you. Well, welcome.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Next, Karen, did you have another idea you wanted to share, or did you just leave your hand up on accident?
No, yeah, I wanted to share another idea that our team did last month in February, which was a client appreciation party. And I don't even remember.
I'm shaking my head because that's not a new idea. The audience, some of these people might be new and may not be on Karen's team, but this is not a new idea. I mean, I'm talking like 2008 in slumber parties. That's how far back this idea goes. But she's presenting it like it's a new thing. It's very odd.
Remember what we called, but it was around Valentine's Day. And so what we did was we created a group page, just like the family page or your team page or whatever on social media. And I had everyone invite their clients. So instead of calling it like a virtual party, it was client appreciation, and they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so appreciated. So I think people were excited about that as well. And then kind of piggybacking way back on what we talked about at the beginning about how, you know, like Jen was like, oh, I don't have a partner to do lives with. You know, doing this client appreciation or getting like other people to do a live where your clients are not just seeing you do it all the time, but also seeing other people do it. It really worked out super, super awesome. There was so many, I mean, I had one of our team members message me. She was like, I just got a $600 sale, which has never happened before. So I basically did the virtual event just like I would any other virtual party, but just talked about how much we appreciated all the clients. And then what's really cool, I think we had like 125 people watching, and a lot of them were clients. There was just so much participation. It was super, super awesome. And then what we've decided moving forward is there's going to be some sort of a themed party every single month. So this month we'll do Lucky in Love for St. Patty's Day. But it's still on that theme of client appreciation, so that those of you that have team members that are afraid to go live, no matter what we tell them, they're like, it's okay, you can do it. Let's rip off the Band-Aid. At least like if they'll just invite their friends or invite their clients, you can have like the people that capitalize or that are comfortable going live sell the products, and they're getting the orders. So when I went live, I made sure to say 1,000 times to contact the person that invited you. Many of you asked.
I feel like this company is so behind when it comes to, I don't know, I want to say advertising, if you will, but I don't mean like in like running ads. I mean running their business through social media. I feel like this company is really behind because they have been so focused on in-person parties and those types of things, that when the pandemic started and people had to be quarantined and all of that stuff, it's kind of like they probably did panic because they had to go virtual. But this was just last year. And virtual type things, when it comes to these types of companies, has been happening for many years. Many years. I'm talking like 2014, 2015, and they're just doing this stuff last year. So I feel like they're super, super behind because there was so much emphasis on doing stuff in person. It's really interesting to hear some of these things that have been talked about for many, many years be presented like they're brand new ideas when they're not.
To join in and watch the party, but contact the person that invited you to this. And I specifically did it for my team because then I knew that, anyone that reached out, if they reached out to me and said, I want to place an order, it totally benefited me as a team leader to say, well, who invited you? Because no matter what, if they were like, oh, Ceci invited me, I'd say, great, let me get your order over to Cecia. She's going to take care of you. And it was benefiting her and it was benefiting me. So I'm really excited about having that build and grow over the months and years to come, because hopefully our team will just continue to add their clients based around that client appreciation. And maybe not everybody, I think there's like 1,400 people in that group, and we just started it in February. So, and then my idea is to also post like weekly like articles. Like I did one for Valentine's where it was
a newsletter. That's your new idea?
was like, here is 10 ideas to happy Valentine's when you're stuck at home, or something like that. So that it's creating content for all of our clients, not just having them watch us do lives once a month.
I like it. Thank you for.
Of course you like it. That's your best friend. You can't tell me you're not biased, in my opinion.
Sharing.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Okay, just a couple more and then we'll go ahead and close out our roundtable discussion this month. I hope you guys have all really enjoyed this. There's lots of awesome ideas. I didn't think it was going to go this way, but it's been wonderful. Coco, your hand is raised. Did you have something else you wanted to share? Or did you forget to take it down?
Sorry, no, I just forgot to take it down.
Okay, coolio. Thanks. Diane, do you have something you want to say, or did you forget to take your hand down?
Nope, my hand's been up for a while. It's all good.
Okay. Yep.
I just want to add to the scavenger hunt, if you're going to have it where they go to different places in the city, I would actually add to that and say, I'm putting together a package for each individual person that plays, and every picture that you send me that you've gone to this place, I'm going to put something else in the bag. Something else in the bag.
Oh.
So that will encourage them to do every single task that you set them out to do.
That's a good idea.
People are not going to do that. Here's a list of things to do to earn something. They're not going to do that. What? No.
I like that.
You're just going to add a different product or add a different sample or add a fancy pen or, whatever you're going to put into the bags. Obviously some Lovewinx swag.
You guys know what I'm about to say. And all of that, say it in the comments with me, comes out of the distributor's pocket.
But, something, just a new thing goes in the bag. They won't know what it is. And then at the end of the scavenger hunt is when you can send them whatever they've earned. If they've only done one thing, they only get one thing. But if they've done all 6 or 7 things that you put out there, they're going to get 6 or 7 things in the bag.
And what if they don't order anything? What if they're just participating in the party and they don't order anything? They just go through these activities or whatever, take pictures showing you that they did it, and then they get 6 to 7 things. So if this is a party of 5 people and they, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to add up extremely quickly at a loss for the distributors.
That's also would be a really good incentive or contest for your team.
Yes.
What am I going to say? You already know.
So the more you do, the more I'm going to put in the bag for you. So like, just thinking about this, let's say you've got 6 people on your team. Okay. And each team member is going to get a bag. And you're going to write their name in big, bold letters on the front of the bag. You're going to take a picture, maybe a selfie with all the bags. And you're going to say, all right, so every time you do this, take a selfie with it. And I'm going to put something in your bag. Mm-hmm. Next thing, you do this. I'm going to put something else in your bag. Do you see where I'm going with this? So along the same lines as what Diane said, but then flip it and do it for your team. And for someone that has a huge team like Mary Ann, maybe they have to sign up. Maybe you say the first 10 people to sign up gets to participate.
And what about the people that don't have big teams? You still want them to do this and give away all kinds of product to their customers?
I don't know. I think that'd be pretty dang fun. Something different. And I could pretty much guess that, someone like me, if you tell me I'm going to get more in my own bag, I will do more to get those items in the bag. Even if I don't even know what they are, you could say it could be a toy, it could be a spa product, it could be a logo item. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a huge surprise, but here we go. First challenge, you do this. Brooklyn goes, that's your boss, right, Mommy? That's awesome. So like, how fun would that be? And like I said, if you have a bigger team, then you just make it select and you go first 10 people to respond, boom. And then let's say on Marianne's team, Jen's the first to respond. Jen has bag number 1. Jen, here's your bag. Take a picture with it and post it on your team page. Oh, Cindy's number 2. Write Cindy's name on the bag. You can get those bags on Amazon for like 35 cents. Like they're super dirt cheap. And then just save them. And then the next month or the next time you do this contest, chances are maybe some of those 10 are going to repeat and you can just reuse the bag. Like, I don't know. I just think that that's really, really fun and something different to do. Okay, moving on. So Diane, thank you for sharing. Yes. Carissa, do you have something you want to share or did you accidentally leave your hand up?
When we were talking about taking it old school.
Yeah.
At the beginning of my parties, I used to do that whole, what do you have in your purse? And the scavenger hunt was in their purse.
Yeah.
So the last virtual party I did, I told everybody to bring their purse to the screen with them.
2008 called and they want their idea back.
And we did a scavenger hunt in their purse.
Oh, you're so smart. I love how your brain thinks. How fun would that be? That'd be fun.
Yeah,
love it.
I told them like a letter, find this in your purse that starts with this and, extra points if it's a Lovewinx product. And 2 of the girls on there are VIPs. So they had all their Lovewinx stuff shoved into their purse.
Can I ask a question on that?
What a great selling tool, right? If they see their friend has, 10 items in their purse, you don't want to be left out. I want those items. That's great. God, what a good idea.
Can I ask a quick question on that?
Yeah, Jen.
Are you doing lives or are you doing Teams or Zoom? Like, are you visually seeing what they're showing? Like,
okay, so on that, they posted a picture in the comments because we were on Facebook.
Oh, there you go.
So they had to
you
take
can
a
do
picture.
it live too.
Yeah, but I have problems with Teams sometimes. I'm technically challenged. You see, I'm not on right now. Like, you hear me, but you don't see me. So I'm technically challenged, but I've done it with parties before, and this last one I decided to do it virtually, and they posted in the comments. And one of the moms was like dying laughing because it was her daughter that had the bag full of Lovewinx stuff.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
she's like, don't ask her for it. And I was like, I'm not going there.
But what a fun idea, right? Like, bringing the fun back, people. Bringing the fun back. Thank you for sharing, Carissa. Okay, someone just said, is there any rules outlined someone can post for the scavenger hunt? And I'm sure someone can do that for sure on the think tank. Michelle, I think she just forgot to put her hand down. I would have guessed. I'm looking at her. Michelle, did you just forget to put your head down, or your head down, your hand down?
This is terrible.
I never put my hand up, but
Okay, you're good. You're good.
sorry for the jump scare again.
Moving on. Cecia,
Okay.
did you have something you wanted to share?
Yes, ma'am. Just games, Jeopardy. That's a good one. That you can have them, send them the catalog, and you can do like a little board with.
None of these are new ideas. Not a single one.
You know, like we've done like the $100 up to 500, and just a little game, and whoever gets the most points gets either a discount or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Very good idea. Thank you for
You can
sharing.
ask them about questions about the product, like what, show me a product that has pheromones, and you're gonna have them flip through the page. Even the ones that are shy, they get to go to the back of the catalog. So
Yes, that's a good idea. And send everyone the catalog. I think we're losing that too. I think people are
Those catalogs are so marked up. It is insane.
just sending the link, and I'm like, you guys, nothing beats this. Like, you know, you can look online and click. Nothing beats this. So
and pull out your old order forms from years and years.
yes, go old school, people. Pick up the phone. Thank you for sharing, Cecia. Mary Ann, did you have something you wanted to share?
Yes. One of the things, I mean, this is going back to the beginning kind of, is that, you know, we keep on talking about the fact that we have to do things. We've got to really think about what the things we did to have successful in-home parties that are just completely being put aside. And a few things have come up along the way here. But one of the key things we know that we can never have a successful party if we don't hostess coach.
Yeah.
And hostess coach and hostess coach. And I'm so often hearing, as you said, Jamie, people not knowing phone numbers. And I've had consultants who say they don't even have their hostess's phone number and they're only doing everything through virtual. We're in a relationship business and we can't build relationships through social media.
Yeah.
It's impossible. You have to talk. They've got to hear your voice. So, I mean, all the steps along the way, it's that relationship. Another thing, we have so many new consultants who just joined us. And yeah, if people in this group are having challenges with their Facebook parties, think of those newbies out there. So if a suggestion, just like you do multi-hostess virtual parties, bring your consultants in on those parties. Let them bring their hostess in and you do the demo for them. Let them take advantage of your knowledge, your expertise, your comfort in front of the camera. I don't care if they're not comfortable with doing a live. Let them take advantage of me being comfortable doing the live. So, and whether, you know, for all the new consultants, even if they just bring, you know, half a dozen of their friends on and they get excited, then any of those bookings, all those sales are all theirs as well. So use
it goes back to what Karen brought up in client appreciation party. It's the same. It's pretty much the same thing, you know.
It's pretty much not a new idea either.
She had so many of her consultants that have never done a party before, like ever, and they were gaining like sales because all they had to do was invite their friends to this customer appreciation party. Karen did the work and they reaped the benefits.
Exactly, along the
Who reaped the benefits? Karen did.
same lines. What I have is I have every week a standing party. So anybody new who comes in, they can, if they want to just invite a couple of guests to it. So it runs set from Tuesday to Thursday. So again, just something to be able to help a lot of the newbies out so we can get them in and making money right away to begin with. So I had a few other things down, but a lot of things are covered here. So it's been great.
Oh, good. Thanks for sharing. So here's an idea that I wrote down Marianne, when you were just talking. What if we played pretend and we pretend that there is no social media? No social media. What would our business look like? How could we look at?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine your employer saying, now listen, let's play pretend that there's no social media? First of all, can you imagine your boss saying that phrase, let's play pretend? Oh my God. What?
Christine Harrington, she's like, ugh! How could we work our business? What would we need? Like, what would that look like? And it goes back to old school, right? It goes back to creating those relationships that have completely been lost, more so now in the last year than ever before. So maybe when you bring all these ideas to the table, or maybe you just choose 3 of them that you're like, man, yes, this would work so well for my team. And you bring them to the table and you start working together on these ideas. Maybe you start off that meeting with, let's play pretend. Let's pretend like there's no social media. And let's kind of reinvent the wheel a little bit. Let's digest this and come up with, here's some ideas.
She's using every buzzword possible. Let's reinvent the wheel a little bit. But then at the beginning, one of the distributors was like, I feel like people were reinventing the wheel. Now we're going to reinvent the wheel and we're going to digest this. Okay.
Keep working. Think about, so we've been on for 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Girl, I know.
The volume of ideas that we have worked on together is astonishing. I mean, you guys, I sure hope you've been taking notes, because I've lost count of how many ideas that you all have come up with together. And the coolest thing is, like, someone would bring up an idea and then boom, hands would go up. Yeah, what about this? And what about that? Like, doesn't that feel good to have that? Now let's bring that goodness to your team. Like, I gave you a platform. I gave you a voice.
I might be a little slap happy right now, because this recording part 1 and part 2 in one session, probably not the best of ideas, but I'm in a silly, goofy mood now.
And you all, have used that. Let's do the same thing for your teams. And some of you are probably like, well, they won't participate. Well, then get a new team. Like, if some of you are like, well, some of my team leaders that used to be team leaders aren't doing it. Well, then you know what? It's time to find.
But these people are your family, Jamie. I'm confused. Find new team members? I thought they were family members. Now they're team members because they're not working and making you money. Ooh.
New team leaders. That's a simple solution. Okay, so stop using that as an excuse, and let's start working. Let's start working with it again. Let's start going back to the basics And let's stop using.
Did she forget that a couple minutes ago she just said that let's reinvent the wheel a little bit? Now she's talking about going back to the basics. Which is it, Jamie? Which? You want people to reinvent the wheel? You want people, or you want people to get back to the basics or old school? What is it that you want people to do? Oh, I know. You just want them ordering the product to drive sales. Because, I mean, it doesn't impact your paycheck, according to part 1. You still pay yourself the same. You haven't given yourself a raise. I wonder why you haven't given yourself a raise. Because that would have to be backed by sales, and the board would probably have to sign off on that, huh? Yikes.
Using social media as our crutch to work our business, because that it's not working for some people, and we need to come up with new ways to work our business. Like,
can you guys hear my kid like stomping up there? Can you guys hear that? I'm just curious. Nothing I can do about it because kids, but just curious if you can hear it.
Fun ways. So I'm going to close off with this because we've been on for quite a while, but like I said, we just spent an hour and 45 minutes together, and really probably 90% of this meeting was surrounding virtual blah, right? So you have it, your teams have it. What I need you to do now is actually take some of this substance
and teach your teams
and implement it now. Okay? Because it does no good writing it down in a notebook and then closing it and putting it away. The problems will not get resolved, i.e. virtual blah, unless you...
The problems. What kind of problems are you referring to? The overall sales of the company? And how long this company can continue to go the way that it's going? Which problems are you referring to?
Shed some light on it with your team, and then start problem solving, start creating. Let's try this. Hey, I was on this leadership boot camp and we had so many ideas, but I'm going to share 3 of my favorites with you right now. And then together, let's come up with 2 more. Or let's...
Fun fact. You guys want to know a fun fact? Let me know in the comments if you do. And I'll come back to it in a second.
Just come up with 1 more. And then every week during the month of March, we're going to try one of these fun new ideas together. Okay? Every single thing that we brought up can be applied right now. So let's not make the same mistake we made last month when I asked you to implement, and I asked you to, you know, this is your challenge, this is your homework, and I only heard back from 6 of you. Because then to me, that shows me that everything we had discussed and everything that I had shared with you, and I like left it on the table, like I brought it all out, just kind of fell on deaf ear. Okay, let's not do that again, because there is a lot of virtual yuck right now, right? There is, but we just came up.
I don't think it's virtual yuck. I think people are seeing MLMs for what they are, and they're deciding to not buy off on it anymore. That's what I think is happening.
With so many awesome ideas that you can implement, but even more so your team members. Like Marianne said, we brought on 221 people last month, and they need your help. They need your help. This is doable. This is easy. Some of you are making it way harder.
This is easy. I'm waiting for her to say the products sell themselves. Oh my God. Also, I wonder how many of those 221 people that joined last February are still in the company. Wouldn't that be interesting to find out? By the way, here's the fun fact for you guys. So Jamie, myself, and Jessie Lee Ward were in slumber parties. I was 3 levels under Jamie, and Jessie Lee was on another team. Did you guys know that Jamie and Jesse Lee allegedly could not stand one another? Isn't that fascinating?
Harder than it has to be, okay? So look at your list of ideas. I don't know if someone maybe wants to type them up and share them on the think tank so that you have a place to kind of bounce more ideas off of. Or maybe, let's say Christine tries one of the ideas and she's like, oh.
So the entire purpose of this was to collect ideas to roll out to all the leaders into all of the teams within the company. This was essentially what I have seen personally, in my opinion, Eric Worre do with his mastermind. All of these 6, 7, 8-figure earners in MLM come to his house and they share their best stuff. That's what he does. And then these leaders take it back to their teams who implement it. That's when we see a whole bunch of like similar posts and lives and all of that stuff. And then, in my opinion, he turns that into training programs that people purchase. So people are paying to join his mastermind, paying to get there, and then sharing their top whatever ideas. And then it's going out to everybody, flooding the market. And then Eric, I think, turns it into some training programs. Again, just my opinion. But that's essentially what this Zoom is. Collecting ideas. How can, I mean, it would have been better if she was like, hey, we need to come up with some revenue generating ideas. How can we increase sales within this company? But instead, she presented this like, listen, don't tell me that it's COVID. Don't tell me that's why sales are down. We recruited 221 people, and then she'll insert that little giggle trying to make light of the situation when she's really trying to like come down on these people that joined this company because they thought they were going to be their own boss, but in turn, they have to answer to her. Weird.
Oh my gosh. I took this idea that we talked about, but I tweaked it, or my team members and I tweaked it, and we did this. Like, let's share it. There's no reason why this is a one and done thing. Like, let's keep this whole open forum going on the think tank. Okay, that's what that is there for, is your platform to communicate with like-minded team leaders in this company. All right, so thumbs up, everyone. Good. Everyone ready to actually
let's end this with some toxic positivity. Love that for us.
Implement some things, because if I hear next month that virtual sucks, I know where you all live. I might not be able to get to you right now because of that dang border, but I will get there eventually. Okay. All right. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I look forward.
I'm done with that. I know you guys are too. Are you guys okay? Remember last week when I told you that I was going to be clearing out some of these very long videos? This one I've been sitting on for a long time because of how long it was. So thank you for watching all the way through both parts, part 1 and part 2. I appreciate you guys so very much. Make sure that you like the video, comment. I know you guys are probably blowing up the comments. I appreciate that so much. Subscribe, double check, because I have had people telling me that they recently have been unsubscribed and they're not really sure why. So just, even if you think you're subscribed, double check. And yeah, turn the bell notification on, that type of thing, if you want to get notified when I upload or go live. And guys, don't join an MLM. Don't. And if you want to look up this company's income disclosure statement, all you got to do is type in Lovewinx income disclosure statement, and you can look at how interesting they put it. I have done other videos on that income disclosure statement. You can go back through my playlist and check that out, where I went through like line by line, and then the fine print, which is also very fascinating at the bottom. But yeah, don't join an MLM. Okay. All right. I'm going to roll. I love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.